Chết lọt không?
Lăn lại cái đi.
According to officials and flight tracking data, a Chinese Eastern Airlines Boeing 737-800 with 132 people on board plunged mid-flight and crashed into a mountainous area of southern China on Monday. Flight MU-5735 left Kunming at 1:11 p.m. local time and was due to arrive at Guangzhou in the country's southeast in less than 2 hours, according to information on Flight Radar 24. Boeing 737-800 planes with registration numbers close to the one that crashed on March 21st are still undergoing maintenance checks and evaluation, the company told Reuters in a statement. That aircraft, which completed a test flight on Saturday, later returned to Kunming, according to Flight Radar 24. Another Boeing 737-800 jet conducted a test flight early on Sunday in Shanghai, where China Eastern is based, Flight Radar 24 data showed. On March 21st, Flight MU-5735 en route Kunming to Guangzhou crashed in the mountains of Guangxi and killed 123 passengers and 9 crew members in mainland China's deadliest aviation disaster in 28 years. China has retrieved both black boxes and said it would submit a preliminary report to the UN Aviation Agency (ICAO) within 30 days of the event. Over 40,000 pieces of aircraft wreckage and debris have been found, and most of the pieces have been transported to a hangar. The plane cruised at 29,100 feet and began a sharp descent after 2:20 p.m., recovering more than 1,000 feet briefly and then resuming the dive before it lost contact. It fell more than 25,000 feet in about 2 minutes. This kind of tragedy is extremely unusual. Richard Abulafia, a managing director at Aerodynamic Advisory, said one of the plane's sudden, sharp drop from its cruising altitude. China's Civil Aviation Administration said it sent a team to the Guangxi region. Debris was found but not passengers, and state media reported early Tuesday, local time. Investigators will work to recover so-called black boxes that contain cockpit voice recordings and flight data. They'll also likely examine the aircraft's previous flights, maintenance history, weather data, and pilot health. China's state media said the crash had caused a fire in the mountains. Video circulating on social media showed fire and smoke in the hills in a section of a plane near a dirt path. Chinese officials have yet to confirm any passenger deaths. According to the Aviation Safety Network database, if all 123 passengers and 9 crew members are confirmed dead, it would be China's deadliest airline crash since 1994 and the most fatal ever for China Eastern Airlines. The 737NG, or next generation, is the model Boeing released before the MAX. It has one of the best safety records of any aircraft, with 11 fatal accidents out of more than 7,000 NG planes that have been delivered to customers since 1997, according to aviation data and consulting firm Cerium. The 737-800 that crashed Monday in China first flew in June 2015. It was not a Boeing 737 MAX, and the plane was grounded worldwide after 2 fatal crashes in 2018 and 2019. China Eastern Airlines confirmed the crash and the number of people on board via statement on Weibo, China's version of Twitter. The airline said it was sending workers to the crash site and opened a hotline for family members. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration said it was aware of the crash and would assist in investigating if asked. Typically, when a crash occurs, the country where the crash occurs leads the investigation. However, because Flight 5735 was a U.S.-made plane, the National Transportation Safety Board has appointed an investigator for the impact. The NTSB didn't say whether investigators would travel to China. Boeing, as the manufacturer and its regulator, the FAA, will likely assist in the investigation. Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun wrote to employees, "We have been in close communication with our customer and regulatory authorities since the accident, and have offered the full support of our technical experts to the investigation led by the Civil Aviation Administration of China. I'll keep you apprised of information about the accident as investigation protocols allow. In the meantime, trust that we will be doing everything we can to support our customer and the accident investigation during this difficult time, guided by our commitment to safety, transparency, and integrity in every step." China Eastern, China's second-largest carrier by capacity, according to OHG, changed the colors of its website and social media accounts to black and white in a sign of mourning. Chinese, according to state media CCTV, President Xi Jinping said he was shocked to learn of the incident and ordered Shanghai-based China Eastern to organize search and rescue efforts and investigate the cause of the crash. According to the ASN database, The last fatal commercial passenger airline crash in China was in 2010, when 42 people died on a Henan Airlines Embraer E190 flight. There are more than 4,200 737-800s in service worldwide and 1,177 in Chinese airlines fleets, the most of any country according to Cerium. Boeing has been trying to recover its reputation after 2 crashes of the MAX. The Boeing 737 MAX was grounded worldwide in March 2019 after the second of the 2 crashes occurring within 5 months. Indonesia's Lion Air Flight 610 crashed on October 29, 2018, and Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 went down on March 10, 2019. All 346 people on board the 2 flights were killed in the crashes. China was the first country to ground the MAX after the second crash. The US and most other countries cleared the planes to return to service more than a year ago. With changes, Chinese regulators allowed the MAX to resume flying in December, but the aircraft has not yet returned to service. Boeing shares shed roughly 3.5% in Monday trading. Spirit AeroSystems, which makes 737 fuselages, likewise sold off 3.5%. Boeing has been preparing to resume deliveries of its best-selling MAX plane to China, a crucial milestone since airlines pay the bulk of an aircraft's price upon delivery. JP Morgan Boeing analyst Seth Seifman wrote in a note Monday, "If Boeing cannot deliver 737s to China, it'll be that much harder to reduce the company's 737 inventory, and this would likely make it more difficult to boost production from the 31 planes per month planned for this year." Boeing reported its third annual loss in a report, disclosing $5.5 billion in costs tied to manufacturing flaws, which have forced the company to pause deliveries of their goods for most of the last 17 months. China Eastern Airlines has started putting its Boeing 737-800 jetliners back in use for commercial flights more petite than a month since the crash killed 132 people and led the company to ground 223 of the aircraft, the carrier said on Sunday. The airline said it had conducted systematic tests and structural checkups. It verified airworthiness data for each aircraft and that test flights would be carried out on all planes before they resumed commercial services.